Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today we are back with my weekly review for this week's episode of The Walking Dead Season 9. The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 2, which is called The Bridge. Wow, what an awesome episode this week. So, this is probably better than the premiere. I'll say that, okay? I enjoyed the premiere a lot this year, so that says a lot, because I really enjoyed the premiere this year. The premiere was honestly probably one of the best premieres we got. But this episode was incredible. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people saying it was, people said it was too much of the romantic stuff. It took them out of the episode. Too much happened. It wasn't what a lot of people expected. And I'm just like, seriously? This episode was incredible. They put a lot of work into this one, you can tell. Oh, wow. It shows. It shows how much work they put into this. You can tell when you see this episode how much work they actually put into it. So let's break this episode down. Let's discuss it. Spoiler warning, if you've not seen the episode yet, that's your final warning. Yeah. Man, oh wow, dude. So, we start off with Rick talking with Negan, and we end with Rick talking with, well, kind of, because the guy gets killed. Anyway, so, or knocked out. We'll have to see, but, that's the cliffhanger. We'll talk about that in the video, but, anyway, we start off with Rick and Negan. They're talking, we're building, we're growing, we're still ready to deal with the world on its own terms. We're making a new beginning. As Rick sees the others build the bridge, he's walking around the camp, a lot of the stuff we saw in trailers. So, then we also get to see the hilltop. We get to see Maggie, Michonne, and, basically, Earl's wife. She's not going to be moving. She's like, I'm going to sit right here until you let him out. I got nowhere else to be. And she tells that to Jesus. She's like, you tell her that, you know. And I did like that. I thought that was a very strong performance she gave in this one, actually. I enjoyed her performance in this one quite a bit. So then Maggie goes to talk with Earl, and he talks about pretty much him drinking or whatever. Now, this might be my only problem I had with this episode. The conversation went on a little bit long for me. It was like a good 5 minutes of the episode of him talking about it. You probably could have trimmed a good 2 minutes of that at least. We don't really care that much, you know, not that much, but we care to a degree, you know. I think I can speak for everybody when I say that. So, hopefully I can, because honestly, that really should have been trimmed up to just a little bit, just a little bit. So that was that. The conversation between Earl and Maggie, keeping them in there, and yeah. Cool stuff. So, Maggie, Michonne, they kind of make an agreement at the very end of the episode, and I liked it. I liked how that went. All the stuff with Maggie, Michonne, I really enjoyed, because I'm on Michonne's side. I'm sorry, I am. I think, honestly, because she doesn't blame Maggie for killing Gregory, but she doesn't like the way she did it. And hanging Gregory, you might have to kill Gregory. You might have to, because he is, he has gotten a lot of chances. So, you know what? Kill Gregory, but the way she did it with the kids coming out and stuff, it was a little much in my opinion, and I agree with Michonne. She shouldn't have hanged him in front of everybody. She should have just killed him and honestly show his body afterwards. You know, that's tell everybody else that I killed him. I don't know. I'm just saying, I think that would have been better than seeing the hanging, because that's a little messed up, to be honest. But they're going to they're going for those old days type of thing, you know, Western stuff, you know, with the whole hanging thing. So, and horses and stuff. So, cool. So, we get to see them build the bridge, and pretty much, Henry gets pushed by the guy that wants more water. And then, of course, he knocks him down with the staff, which I loved. And then Daryl steps in or whatever, and then, of course, they get in a fight, throw sand in Daryl's face, and they just go at it. Aaron's fighting the other dude, and then Rick and the others go, and he's like, enough, you know? So, they stop fighting, and pretty much they go back to the camp, and he's like, get back to work, and then they go to the camp, and you see the sequence where Rick and Daryl are talking, and Carol's there as well, and he's kind of talking about what he did, and he's like, are we on the same side, Rick? And he's like, well, you tell me. And he's like, well, the thing is, man, I've been trying to, but you just don't want to hear it. Well, okay, I'm on Rick's side 100%. I'm sorry I am. But, okay, I get where Daryl's coming from, okay? The Saviors can't be trusted, okay? They can't. But, at the same time, it's better to just have each other working together, than fighting each other. Because fighting each other, what's that going to do? You know, really. You're just going to lose lives in the process, most likely. It's not going to change anything. You know, Daryl, he goes out there and he fights the guy and hits the guy, right? And it's just like, yeah, I get it. But at the same time, you don't need to do that, you know? So, that's just my opinion. But I get where Rick's coming from, and I'm more on Rick's side than I am on Daryl's, because, I mean, I get both of their point of views, though. But I'm on Rick's side for this one. I think, honestly, them working together is better than having lives just, you know, taken out, you know? Because you go to war again, you go to war against the Saviors once again, you're gonna lose lives. We saw it in Season 8. They lost lives. They lost Carl. Well, Carl wasn't really all at war death. Not really, you know? But they lost characters. Let's just put it that way. They lost characters. They lost people. So that's the main thing I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to kind of think to myself here. You know, because like I said, I get where they come from. You know, Daryl's like, I've been trying, but you don't listen to me. But I like the way that's going, and I think that's a good storyline. I keep it up with that Angela. I really like that. So Gabriel and Jadis. So what on earth? So you have that, and then you have, you know, a few other relationships like Jerry and that other girl from the kingdom. So quite a few relationships going around now. Gabriel and Jadis is a weird one. I'm not really a fan of that, but maybe they'll make it better. But so far, it's like I don't really care, to be honest. But yeah. So that's that. So pretty much you get to also see where, you know, you kind of cut to the nighttime scene. Rick and the others, everybody's in the camp. Everybody's happy. Rick's got his coat on. He's looking at everybody, and he's like, "Wow, this is awesome." So that's one thing for sure I really like. Now, I want to go to a part here that, you know, I'm going to go into a spoiler here. So, okay, Aaron's hand. So, okay, so this was spoiled for me. That's why I'm kind of not freaking out about it, because it was spoiled for me, and oh man, I hate that so much. But it did get spoiled for me. So, that detracted it a little bit. But it was shocking because I didn't see it coming exactly but I kind of, it's hard to explain it, but I kind of saw it coming, but then when it happened, I was kind of shocked, and then I was like, oh yeah, I knew that. So, you know, it's kind of that. But, he loses his hand, have to amputate it. He's gonna be fine, so that's one thing. But, I mean, I have a feeling they're going the direction with Aaron. They're gonna have him be the comic Rick after Rick dies. At least, not leadership-wise, but in other ways, so I don't know. I guess they're giving him the look is really the one thing. But, yeah, that's okay. So, that's one thing I want to mention. Aaron loses his hand. Very shocking, though. You know, when I heard about it, I was like, really? So, yeah, Aaron does lose his hand. But like I said, that was spoiled for me quite a while ago. So, I knew that going into this episode. I thought it was probably going to be this one or episode 3 or so. So, yeah. It was actually rumored episode 9, but then I heard a few days ago it was going to be this week. So I was like, oh, crap, you know? So, yeah, that's that. So you get to see everybody else or whatever, and they're kind of, you know, I like when Rick shoots the wood or whatever, and all the wood comes down the walkers. All that stuff was incredible. So, yeah. So, to end off this episode, you get to see the guy get knocked out. Who, I don't know, but he must know the person because he's talking to the person. So that is the topic for this week as well. And then you also get to see a few other things. I'm not going to touch on too much. I love the scene with Rick and Justin, though, before Justin headed out and, you know, got knocked out or killed or whatever. When he's like, yeah, I used to deal with you guys all the time. You know, a guy like you every Saturday night in the back of my car. And Rick would talk to him about how, yeah, I know guys like you know. So, oh man, that scene with Rick and Justin, oh my god, I love that so much. So, Love you, Rick. Awesome, awesome character. We all love Rick, don't we? So, is there anybody that doesn't like Rick? I'm actually generally asking, is anybody just not a fan of Rick? You know, I really want to see if there's anybody that doesn't like Rick. Write that down in the comments below, because I guarantee there isn't. But if there is, if you just don't like Rick, write that down in the comments below. I'm really interested if there's that one person out there that just can't stand Rick. I'm wondering, because Rick's my favorite character. So, yeah, good question. Good question for this review. So, that's that. So, we end off, we also get to see the helicopter. I mean, just so much stuff going on. But we get to end it with Rick and Negan talking. Negan, we barely saw him, but man, I cannot wait to see some more Negan, because that was an awesome sequence at the end. Absolutely. You're just getting it ready for me. Loved it. So, this, in my opinion, is a very good episode. I loved it. Awesome, awesome episode. The premiere was amazing too, but I love this episode so much. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Predictions will be up very, very soon. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys for that.